Let's talk about safety. Radar motion alarm system from LETWESAF. I'm going to test and review this today. Okay, we have LETWESAF radar motion alarm system, simultaneous detection of multiple areas, radar precision detection, ultra remote signal transmission, penetrating non-metal materials, wide and customizable detection range. Comes with, comes with the user manual. Let's go over what is actually in the box. This little box here has your extra tools that you would need, but there is a key in here to reset the system. That I know. Here is your USB charging. There is only one charging, but there's two devices. Here's your screws if you want to screw it in permanently. Here's your bracket. So if you want to put it on the fence, which is a good idea because this, you can adjust it up and down. So it screws into the back of your detector itself. You can use this with it also to make it more supportive. If you don't have your user manual handy, you can scan this code and you can get direct service. You can get that manual and figure out what to do. This is the detector itself. So it's very, very simple. It's heavy, it's very heavy. And it is waterproof. There's your USB port. But if it's hanging on a tree, you screw this into your base there. Here is your loop, so you can put your zips on here, or you can put your ratchet strap. You can put whatever you want. It fits through these little, or you can just have a nail and hang it there. So whatever's convenient for you. That's the detector. This is your receiver. Now, a good point with this, you can order additional detectors. And if you look here, you have 6 potential areas that you could detect on your farm. So it has, it's a very easy to pair. I have paired these already. It is in the manual, very easy instructions. Now, if somebody like me who is tech challenged can do this, y'all can do it too. It was easy. So let's go over a little bit about your user manual. Getting to know your device, basic introduction, getting started, powering on, powering mute mode, detection range setting, enable maximum detection range, reset default range, equipment installation, advanced functions, standby mode, device status. The LETWESAF radar security monitoring system is designed to keep you safe anytime and anywhere. It has a built-in advanced 24 megahertz modulated continuous wave radar technology. And that could be also a reason for the cost to be a little bit higher also. Unlike cameras and motion sensors that struggle in the darkness and bad weather, this system delivers accurate detection in heavy rain, dense fog, sandstorms, snow, and even total darkness. It could compromise the quality of your battery in extreme heat, just like your cell phone. If you leave it in the heat, then it does not operate accurately, or it completely shuts off. So just keep in mind when you're dealing with any product, always stay safe and use it the way the manual recommends. This radar system has the ability to mute the sounds. You can increase or decrease your range settings. So if you want it to detect closer, you can change it further away, up to 50 feet. So that's an advantage. It's easy installation. And as always, thanks for staying with me and looking at this product, the LETWESAF Radar Motion Alarm System. So it's critical for me to have some type of security. I think I want to test something that is really crucial to my garden growing are my honeybees. My honeybees pollinate our garden, which gives us food. They're very crucial to all of us is the honeybees. If they cannot pollinate the flowers, if they cannot support their hives, then we won't get any honey, and they won't get any honey. They'll leave. We will not have them on our yard. But we also have to keep them safe. And safe means keeping someone out of their perimeter, keeping the neighbor's lawnmower out of the perimeter even. I can tell if they're up, and if they get too close, they could knock the hives over, and we could have thousands of bees loose or injured. So I'm going to run my test in my honeybee yard. So I will put the detector on a fence or a tree that is close. Now, the range on this system, I have read that is 20 by 50. So it says that it detects through anything. I could put it in a box and set it on the fence over it, and it would still detect someone who came into that perimeter, and they could be moving very slowly from what I understand. Now we're going to test it. I don't know. Would the honeybees set it off? Now, they're small, but they fly around. They're very active. Supposedly, small animals do not set it off, and you can set your perimeter range wherever you want. If you have 10 feet and you want to make sure somebody doesn't get within that 10 feet, you can do that. So it has a range that you can really adjust to whatever you need. Now, if you're going camping, you can use it camping. You can use it at your home. You could use it down at the pond. You could use it at the lake, whatever. So it has many uses. You use it the way you need it used. So let's test it, and then I'll give you a short little review of what I think of how it's actually going to work. I will put a couple of links in order to go look at the product closer. If you would like to purchase something, there's a link for that also. So I'll put that in the description so that you can get to it easily. Okay, as you can see, we're about 30 feet away from the honeybees. There is a fence behind it going into a pasture where donkeys and a horse and goats live. And to the right, I have it in my pocket. To the right is a church and a cemetery. Occasionally kids play at that basketball court there. That's how close the house is. So the house is about 60 feet from the honeybees. I'm going to give them some sugar water this time of year. There's my bees. So I'm going to protect myself because they might be offended if I go into their perimeter. And this is their sugar water. So we're going to go give them a drink. I have the probe. There it is. So I barely got towards the edge and it went off. The bees are they're flying around getting something to drink, but they're not setting it off. I am. So, okay. So we've done our test in the honeybee yard. I have put it within 30-35 feet. Only something walking, flying, well, there could be a hawk that flies in front of it and set it off. We'll know we'll know. Now, I did find out that there is a solar attachment. So you can attach it to a small solar panel and it will charge the detector for you. So you don't have to bring it back in the house and charge it. That's one of the down points. Now the solar panel runs around $39, $40 online. So that's cost effective. That's not bad. Now the main system itself, as a nonprofit rescue, yeah, the initial setup would be, it would come out of our pocket. It would take food away from the animals. So what expense I would have. Now the main system runs under $300. Some I've seen it some places for $250. So that could be a down point with the price. But then I have to weigh, is it going to pay off for me? And from the experience I had last summer, I had a predator steal 4 baby goats. I didn't know he had been there until they were gone, so I could not retrieve them. So that is a potential danger when I have little babies around. So when you think about that, those 4 babies cost me about $1,000. So I could not rehome them. I couldn't adopt them out. The next summer, we lost 28 ducks. So I can think $20 a piece is a conservative amount for the rehoming the ducks. 28. I lost 6 in one night. 6 ducks in one night. That predator was there a while. He was just a predator. So in that case also, there's another $500. So I've already spent so much on cameras. And the camera, yes, it goes off and it tells you he's here, but he's already killed 2 by the time you get out there. So if it was a perimeter, yes, I probably could have potentially saved them all. Cost effective for me. It may not be cost effective for someone who just wants to monitor their front yard. I really like, you can add more units. So you can add 5 more. I checked on the price on those. They run around $100. So depending on if you find a sale or not. So you could add them one at a time. You don't have to do them all at once. But so you could really set your perimeter. We have 15 acres here. But we use 6 of it for the animals because I've lost thousands with predators over the last 10 years. The advantages of a radar tech system, they work on higher technology, 24 gigahertz. And it could be crucial. If your detector or your camera fails because it overheated, you could be letting something into your yard that could harm you, or it could harm them. So I hope this has helped in deciding whether or not you want to invest in a system. You can do a little at a time, or you can do it all at one time. Whatever is feasible for you. Yes, it may be a point where some just can't afford it. If I can't afford to have it, I can't afford to lose those animals either. I have to look at it at a different standpoint than maybe the, just regular farm animal. If you just have a farm and you have no animals and you have no worries, that's okay. But you still have to worry about people coming onto your property, coming to your door. So would I buy it? Yes, I would. Because I've already seen what happens when you don't have something like this. So I hope this has helped. I've enjoyed doing the test. LETWESAF radar alarm detecting system. So we'll see you on the next one. Hope this has helped. Bye. So this is my honeybees. And as you can see, it's late. They're in bed.